All right, so you're looking through your course requirements and you're starting to see that, oh crap, I'm going to be spending a lot of time in clinical rotations, which then leads you to wonder, is there any compensation for this? Because you probably have heard that along with some learning opportunities you're going to have, you're also truthfully will be doing some work as well for the nurse and in a way also for the facility while you're there. And so then this leads to the question, is there any compensation for any of that? Truthfully, the answer is no. There's no compensation for any of the clinical rotations that you will be doing as a nursing student. I think some students, when they think of clinicals, they might think of some of the, maybe like the physician residencies or something like that when they're getting paid. I've never quite figured out what it is that makes some students think that they're actually going to get paid for this, because the truth of the matter is that if you really think about it, you are actually paying to be in clinicals. But there are what I would consider three good reasons why you're not going to be paid in clinicals for all the work that you're going to be doing. The first one is the very obvious that clinicals are part of your requirements. The clinical hours are what you need to complete and to be able to sit for boards and to be able to be a nurse. So you just have to do it. The second reason is that as a student, you are there to learn. You're there to focus on gaining hands-on skills, knowledge, and experiences. And that is it. Like, even though you will be doing, if you want to call it, some value added work for the nurse and the facility, really the objective there is for you to learn, which then leads into the third one, which is that there is a legal and liability factor to you being there. Generally speaking, your school will require you to have some liability insurance, but ultimately, you are an increased liability on the facility. Think about it for a second. You have a facility and you have a nurse who now has somebody who isn't competent. Or if you want to think about it in the way of like, you have a nurse who is now doing their stuff while at the same time they're shepherding somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. All of that in a way kind of increases legal and kind of like the liability issues that facilities have to kind of deal with. The fourth reason why you're not going to get paid, and I know I said three, but this is kind of like an added bonus, just kind of tie it all in. It's that it costs money for you to be in clinicals. You're taking away time from the nurse. And as a factor to that, you're taking away resources from the facility, and your school themselves have to have somebody there to be able to monitor you and to be able to be there if there's any issues there. So all of which costs money. Now, if you are asking this question and watching this video, it's probably because you are struggling financially as a nursing student. And so I would recommend you watch this next video where I will then talk about some tips to better manage your finances as a nursing student. And then don't forget to check out nursingstudent.org/student academy for one of the courses that will help you throughout nursing school.